out to Rant. Shout out to what is it long? Oh god, I'm about to highlight this and it's gonna be something crazy. No? Hello? Oh, okay. Is this from H?
Oh. Ask me one more time.
Oh
my god.
The Last of Us 2, huh?
Hey. Hey.
Bruh. I feel like usually y'all are watching my videos like, but not today. Today you're like,
fuck you, asshole.
I have successfully avoided spoilers except for.
Oh my god!
I noticed that one side's going, and the other side's going. And then you got the people who made the game going,
part.
what is a critic but the terrorist?
I have a dream.
Druckmann! All of you need to fucking chill, like me. I'm super chill.
This?
How about we get all art in one place and we burn it? Listen, I ain't treating this any differently from any other game. Main character, Mene Frego. Meaning there's stuff I like, stuff I don't like. You can listen or not.
Y'all gotta stop letting the iPad.
But I'm warning you, I'm going in
children.
deep. It's gonna be I will talk about the flaw. But it will also get the flaw. So let's get into it. As a foundation, please know that for me, The Last of Us 1 was a 7 out of 10. The story was okay, but I honestly don't care. Game was sort of boring and generic. Zombie action was a twist. Didn't need a sequel, it wasn't the first, but now we do.
Shut up, Brandon.
I have never, ever, in this life time seen such a beautiful game. Not beautiful like let's fuck, but beautiful like in Alice's ass. It is gorgeous on such a high level of consistency over such a huge period of time. There is love and at every corner of this world. The horses are marked with a J. Imagine marking something with a capital J. They gave life to a world that has become somewhat void of it. Except this kid has no fucking life. And don't think, oh, so it has good graphics, so what? Ja, isn't scheiße. No. Hey! This is unprecedented. Truly.
Makes no sense, though.
Nigga, I've not heard a single fucking anything. I've not taught any. I cannot. I'm so I just
absolutely adore the overgrown
it's wild. I've never seen a video like this before in my life.
You never have?
No, this is insane. This is insane.
This is definitely a little bit more up my alley. Something about the setting is so eerie and intriguing to me. It's giving me major I Am Legend.
Fucking at least a day or two.
There were so many moments when I just had to stop for a minute to take a picture with my phone. Wait.
Time them out for the love of God. Yes.
Although in terms of visual variety, it doesn't offer the most groundbreaking palette.
I'm just like, whoever wrote this
it also
script
becost
is
a horror game at
insane.
times,
That's
and
all I'm
it's
saying.
scary.
Awesome, guys.
The genre
They
itself
included so
deliver
much
an
for the edits. It's
amazing.
insane.
The gameplay is what kept me hooked from start to finish. Smacking someone with a paintball bat is so satisfying. Schmack the autism. It's simple yet effective and fun because the animations are insane.
I saw the combat animation.
The fluidity and how impactful your attacks are can be summed up by this stuff. You go, Queen. Just kidding.
I don't believe in queens.
Overall, I do need to say though that it lacked some innovation. It didn't surprise me with any mechanics. It just took what we know and polished it to near maximum Zanskau, almost setting a new standard for the industry in terms of.
There really wasn't a difference.
The only thing that consistently didn't quite work for me was the cover system. Go to cover, go to cover, go to cover, bitch! Gore, for instance, is something that I really enjoy if done right. Yeah. And the violence in this game is not over the top,
If
but
he kept
not
it
shying
all like
away
this
from
the
it
whole
either.
time?
Shooting a guy's leg off and then see him cry before he dies
Like,
is
I
what
feel
I live for.
like
Now what am I?
two different people in it.
Got near
intro
even
is just
harder than the action
wild.
is the stealth part. Stealth action perfection.
Take a look at the headlock here.
Why? Essentially one reason. Being able to crawl. Not kidding. This added so much depth to each location. Relocating gives you so many more possibilities, and it reminded me of Metal Gear Solid 5. Kojima, you fucking chink, had to be said. This is also necessary because in combination with the incredibly intelligent AI, hiding is very important. I'm also happy that there's no marking enemies anymore. Splinter Cell Conviction made it mainstream, the mark and execute. No more! Makes everything way too easy. The listening skills are helpful, but they're by far no easy win. And I love how brilliantly they have implemented sound cues
Sounds came from over here.
to give information to the player in subtle ways. For instance, you know that when you hear the sound, you're about to see a... You can even replay encounters. I love this shit. Naughty Dog, you really thought of everything.
Naughty Dog.
The crafting and skill systems are fine. Nothing out of the ordinary, but the weapon upgrades are quite something. How Ellie is fonding the
I
weapons
thought I
with
just
all
wanted
these
it to be
metallic
so
sound
much
effects.
more though, man.
Really?
Yeah,
What's
dude,
not
like
so
it
clean?
always seems like it's like half the game.
Now let's move
like
slowly
you paid
into
so
more
much for,
negative
like, 3
territory.
hours
The
of fun.
gameplay loop of constant
3
looting
hours?
through abandoned
It's like
apartments
3 to
does
5
get
hours.
a bit stale and repetitive.
We could
Although
beat that shit.
Oh, and
does give you little notes that tell little stories. I'm
Just
not
run
that
through the
interested in
whole
Neil
game.
Druckmann's personal diet of penis. It got a bit boring sometimes. Huh? Excusez, mais vérité. Now let's talk story. Oh my god. Random. I will tell your mother on Taobao. Are you saying Ellie is a lesbian?
What a mess!
Those of you who've been watching me for a while know I'm a gameplay focused gamer. Story? More like sorry. The game could have been about extracting the cure out of Ellie's premature Muttermund. I don't care! That being said, even for someone like me, the narrative did have issues. First and foremost, the pacing was nothing short of disastrous for me. It's like watching Once Upon a Time in America on times 0.25. Talk about a fucking drag. And not the kind where I get awkward boner, but the kind where I'm like, Poi Teufel, wake me up when there's something important to see. Two things can be true at the same time. The flashbacks are beautiful and chill, and they also go on for way too long for how little insights they offer the player. Use them carefully. To me, they mostly served to take an enormous amount of momentum out of the story, slowed it down to a fucking halt several times. No good. As the main story fades into the background, suddenly another side plot attacks you out of
He
nowhere.
really got the gist.
Everybody, this is character.
And interestingly, this is indicative of a...
You agree, 100%.
Yeah.
The Last of Us 2 is in love with its moments like I'm in love with my baby Sophia. It appreciates the small things, also like my baby Sophia. But you run the risk of losing yourself too much, losing sight of the bigger picture, which leads me to my second larger problem with the campaign. Okay, most stories have a micro and a macro level. Micro is the little stuff, the relationships between the characters. They're usually what keeps you invested, and it's also a vehicle to drive the macro story forward, which is the zoomed out state of the world that's in change. Most good stories have these two sides. The Last Airbender, for example, is the best anime. You've got a group of teenagers who are all going through their personal struggles,
That shit is
micro story,
fun.
and then the macro story, the feelings taken over the world. Both things are equally important, and they're intertwined. The Last of Us 2 nailed the micro, but utterly failed the macro. It's so obsessed with its admittedly interesting characters that it forgot to move this fascinating world forward in any meaningful way. The first one had the idea of a cure and the father-daughter relationship, yeah? I'm not king-shaming. The second one is more about an inner struggle. Now that's cool, but I would have liked to see more. And now the actual story itself, don't worry, I won't spoil anything here, but I've had this thought before when playing video games, like when we kill all these thousands of generic NPCs, don't they have children or parents or siblings that would be really pissed? I know, it's just a stupid shower thought, but The Last of Us 2 is essentially about that very idea. It's about the endless spiral of violence that you cause when you act out. Stop! It's about the value of compassion, constantly pushing the player to understand how people are shaped by their circumstance. The constant subverting of who the good guys are and who the bad guys are is very predictable, but also powerful. Now, I want to add something else on top. I just have to do it for Gonjans. Gamers used to be, in my eyes at least, at the forefront of fighting for what art is allowed to portray. And now there's a very vocal and obnoxious group of Sharmut that are gatekeeping like crazy. Did someone take a shit in your face water? For this. Why do you not afford video games the same freedoms as you afford movies, books, music? Art is externalizing what's internal. And if someone wants to tell a story that has meaning to them, good for them. Maybe the game should have looked like an anime, and then all people would be like, kawaii! Neil Druckmann said the game isn't fun, it's engaging. Don't be so full of yourself. The Last of Us 2 is a game, and it's a shit ton of fun. You got a 25-hour-long campaign, new game plus, tons of difficulty customization, visual customization, gameplay modifiers, unlockables. So much love and care went into this game. You should be proud. Before we get to my final rating, let's see what the Rantoni community would give the game.
My bad.
The ending sucks.
10 out of 10. Beautiful
You get
game.
kicked off this shit.
6 out of 10. It was okay.
6 out of 10. Ass.
8 out of 10. Depressing.
Okay.
7 out of 10. Got blue ball.
My final rating for The Last of Us 2 is a excellent 9 out of 10. What's up, guys? Reddit meme time. Leute, Alter. Rantoni Gangbangoroni. Wait, what's his name? Johnny Sins. Yes, we reached 1 million subscribers. Thank you for all the amazing fan art that you have
Why
done
is he
for
so
1 million
sexual?
subs. 1
And this is
million
clearly
Fantoni
what
Megalodoni.
fucking
Magladon. You misspelled it. This one is awesome. Bro,
He
what?
probably put
Mudahar,
Minecraft.
Andy, Caesar, Stark Fuji, and Todd Howard mixed with Solid Snake. That's a really nice one. Thanks, bro. The stance is not good in your drawing, but I love to just give back. I love to in this segment. I love to just appreciate the fan art, so I still feature it, even though you suck. When you try weed for the first. This one is amazing. At first sight, it's just like, oh wow, it's Ranton, who gives a fuck? But then when you zoom in, bababooey. It's Ranton made out of Ranton.
What's that up, dude?
One of my most cursed face distortions. I look like what I look like? I look like I have not much longer to live. You walk by a window at the perfect time.
What?
That's from an Instagram picture. That's 2 Instagram pictures, bro. I see how it is. Oh my God, that's a Sophia face reveal. Damn, that's amazing. Joyful rushing noises. Awesome. Special thanks to all the Melonies. This is only possible because of you. Appreciate it. Lucas Atzmüller. Spooky Blue, Mayuko, Ricardo, Aratmai. Think not creative.
What is up with these freak ass followers?
Jimmy Paul, Telepush, shout out to Rob, Grishka, Lobo, Raskolnikov. Is that right? Ahmad Abudia. The Money Badger. Assalamu alaikum, habibi. Thanks for watching, everyone. And I'll see you guys next time.
You guys boink for free, chat? Put it down below. I don't know about that one, big dog. You know what I'm saying?